Okay, getting into game one, I'm going with the Dragapult here to give it its shot. I feel like whatever deck I'm least confident, I always choose first. And for me, that definitely is the Dragapult. Yeah, I feel like whatever deck I'm least confident in this hand, yeah, not quite what we're looking for. Definitely wanted to find what's it called for sure. No Dragapult though, so it's gonna be a draw pass. No options of any kind. Who knows? Maybe we'll just get dogged here. Yeah, no options of any kind off the bat here. Looking for the Dragapult, obviously. Didn't find it. We do have the Marnie follow-up, so we're not completely dead in the water. Do have something to work with in the Marnie at the very least. Let's see what our opponent is playing here. Ordinary Rod goes in. There's a Charmander, so it is Charizard from our opponent here. Yeah, Leon's Charizard, most likely. I doubt it is going to be the team up Charizard, so it's probably going to be Leon Charizard. So they can one-hit KO my Dragapults, which is a little scary, and I actually can't one-hit KO Charizards with Max Phantom unless I've set up some Max Phantom damage already, so that could be a little bit annoying for sure. We'll see how it goes. They're definitely going to be a little bit clunky. They are a stage 2 deck, so that is going to always kind of just give me a slight advantage, I guess, you know, them being a stage 2 deck. With this kind of start though, not so much. It's basically like they went, at this point it's basically like they went first and I went second, is what it's basically like right now. Air Balloon, go ahead and attach that to the active. Play a Marnie, looking for a Dragapult, looking for an energy for it. None of those. We have a Rockruff we could collect, and I think we have to collect because we just don't have anything else to do. Gonna go with collect for one. It is a Dragapult finally, but we are super far behind at this point. It's gonna take a miracle comeback at this point, I feel like, to actually get ourselves back into this one. Yeah, we are so far behind. No draw supporter to work with next turn. No I mean, even dead clay, so it's a clay build. That was a rough play, only getting one card. Let's see what they discarded here. They discarded the Charmeleon, Dedenne, Welder, Fire, Charizard, Fire. I have not seen a clay build of Charizard yet, so this is new to me. I have no idea how it's going to operate. Right there, that was not a very good clay, but apparently they still have enough to get the Candy Charizard out. They do need a little bit more to get off an attack this turn. Move the active, as well as another energy for the Charizard. Unluckily for me, I don't need any Leons in the discard pile to knock out my Rockruff. They don't have any in there yet. They are already doing 100 damage. If they can get into the active and get into fire energy for the Charizard, they can knock out my Rockruff, which would be super unfortunate. I really want this Rockruff to live. I want this Rockruff to live for as long as possible. In this current scenario, collect is giving me a lot of draw power. There's a scoop up net. Question is now just, do they have a fire energy in hand? Comes an Ordinary Rod, covers some of their poke. Yeah, I haven't tried out the Leon build, or not the Leon build, the clay build. All the builds play Leon. I've not tried the clay build of the Leon's Charizard yet myself. Definitely an interesting take on the deck. Here comes a net on the Jirachi, so it looks like they either have, you know, like the Dedenne in hand, and it looks like they are going for the Dedenne change here, and we'll most likely see an energy. I'd be kind of surprised if they don't see an energy here. And then we're going to need a lot of help on the follow-up. We don't have very much going on in the hand. We don't have an energy for our Dragapult V currently. Another Charmander. Yeah, we don't even have an energy for our Dragapult V at this point. Maybe they whiff, though. There's a Battle Sense, so they're not done yet. Oh, of course. They also have Battle Sense. I completely forgot about that. They also have Battle Sense to work with to take one of this top 3. The common Jirachi. No energy discarded, so maybe they whiffed the energy still. Comes a Primate Wisdom, still working through everything. It'd be a very big deal if they were to whiff here, and there's the energy, so no whiff. So we are in just as much trouble as I was thinking we might be in, and they get that first knockout, and we have really no response to this. We have a Crushing Hammer. That is a heads, so that's a start. Got a Dragapult, got a pass. So, yeah, still looking rough. We're really reliant on our top deck once again at this point. We have a reset stamp. That's nice. Something to help us try and start to come back, maybe. But we need a lot more than that. We need a top deck, some kind of draw supporter. We also have quick balls Pokecoms in there as well to try and find ourselves a Dedenne. There's 2 Dedenne in this deck. We could top deck a Dedenne. That would be fine as well. They still have 0 Leon in the discard pile. So it is possible that they actually don't get the knockout on this Crobat this turn. Which would be great. Give us another turn to work with. Let's see how many they discarded. Just 1 Leon in the discard pile so far. They could still quick ball 1 away or something like that to get another in the discard pile. Second Charizard starting to get set up. And like I said, it is, if we can get a Dragapult online in the active, it's not super easy for them to knock out Dragapult. Not the easiest thing to KO Dragapult. It does have that 320. They cap at 300 with 4 Leon in the discard pile. So if they play a 4th Leon for the turn, then they could take the knockout on a Dragapult VMAX. Here we go. There's a Yell Grunt. Not what we're looking for. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and throw back fire energy off the. It doesn't matter. It just kind of slows them down by a fire. It doesn't matter where I take it from because they're just gonna put it back into play. Not gonna evolve the Dragapult VMAX yet because if I top deck a Pokecom, I want to have a Pokemon in my hand to be able to calm back into the deck to then find the Dene or something like that. So we don't want to use this Dragapult VMAX yet. We don't want to put it in play because if we put it in play, it's not in our hand. We can't Pokecom it anymore. So keep that as an option open. Second Leon hitting the discard pile now, so they're starting to ramp the damage up. 200 now, still 2 Leon short of getting to the 300, and then they actually have to play a Leon for the turn to actually get the knockout on a Dragapult VMAX. So we're still, I don't know, are we still in this one? I don't actually know. It doesn't feel like it. There's still a chance, I guess. Reset stamp to 1 is possible. If I let them KO the Crobat and then they KO my Dragapult V, reset stamp to 1, it could be my out here. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, they're getting this Crobat. They're gonna go down to 3 prize cards now. Here comes a Palpad. I assume to just recover Welders. Yeah, no reason to put a Leon back in the deck. So that kind of tells me they don't play Eldegoss, I guess, or most likely don't play Eldegoss because they do play the Palpad, which makes sense in a clay build. Eldegoss is going to get discarded, whereas the Palpad would go to the hand and be saved for a future turn. All right, finally, we find ourselves a Quick Ball. I'm going to go ahead and Quick Ball away the De-Evolution Spray Z. I guess I could have actually... No, because I want to play the Reset Stamp. All right, grabbed a Dene. Reset Stamp going down. I'm not going to evolve to the Dragapult. We might even bite. See how many Leon they have in there, too. They can't get another Leon in the discard pile. They actually can't 1-hit KO this. Which means bite would be reasonable, to be honest. Bench. Aurora. And yeah, research. I was about to not research for a second there, and then I was like, wait, I probably should research. All right, Crushing Hammer. No such luck. And pass over to my opponent. Yeah, we can go with a bite next turn. If they whiff the knockout on this Dragapult V and just hit me for 200, I'll probably just go attach bite. Attach Marnie. Also, like Rock, take away an energy. Taking away the energy will add up eventually. To force him to keep finding energy every single turn will definitely make a difference eventually. I don't know how soon it'll make a difference. If I do whiff, though, if they don't whiff, if they actually get the knockout here on my Dragapult V, then we can just go with the Max Phantom. We're gonna do 130 here. We'll probably put 4 on the Charmander. We could split. No, we probably want to 4 on the Charmander with energy because if they rare candy that to a Charizard, we could actually KO double Charizards. They got a Clay, which is pretty good. Double Fire Crystal. They do have 3 energies. They can recover some energy right now for sure, which is something that I was trying to use as part of my game plan to kind of disrupt them, was to kind of get their energy out of play. But they do play 2 Fire Crystal apparently, so they can recover the energy just fine. Here comes the Battle Sense. Let's see if they find themselves this 3rd Leon or not, or they can have to settle for just doing 200. I want them to only do 200 this turn. They could also have a Leon prize still, so it could be pretty difficult for them to find it. Charmeleon or Charizard coming out for sure here. Just a Charmeleon. That's good for us. It's not a Charizard. That's the main thing here. Not a Charizard. Our Charmeleon is out. Energy to the other Charmander. And Royal Blaze for 200. Then let me bite. Anything else? Yes, no, maybe. We can get the Lycanroc off as well next turn. Take away an energy. Royal Blaze 200. All right, let's use that bite. Lycanroc. Get rid of that. For the switch, you're going to get another Rockruff into play to be able to use more Lycanroc's abilities. To evolve that one. In the future, attach active, set up for the bite. They can't win next turn. They can only go down to 1 prize card if they knock out one of my 2 prize card Pokemon. That's what we're hoping for here. Couple options in the hand. Nothing really. All right, bite. 30 damage. Set it up for almost KO, I guess. For some reason I thought we were KOing it with 130, but it has 170. So we can go bite into max phantom, leaving it with 10. Put 4 here, then boss something else, and then knock this out off the bench. I think it's gonna have to be our game plan then. That's what we're gonna line up for. We'll see if we actually get to be able to pull that off. Current hand doesn't have everything we need, but does have the identity to get us going on a decent start. Dead change. Try and find the pieces we need. Here comes another battle sense. Are they finally gonna find another play that they can make this turn that'd be really bad for us? They could boss key on my Dragapult V. All right, third Leon has hit the discard pile. They have 1 left, but they want to play that one during the turn to actually 1-hit KO my Dragapult V. How many energy do they actually have in the discard pile? 4, but we're out of Auroras, I believe. Yeah, both our Aurora energy are gone, so we can't use Lycanroc to actually KO this Charizard, which would have been a good option as well, to be honest. How many switch cards are they on? They're on 2 net. They probably play 4. So I was thinking about maybe trying to bring up this Oranguru and trap it, but that's probably not going to stick. So I think we just have to go. Probably just attach to the Dragapult V and then Dead change next turn. Hit this for 130, put 4 there, and then go from there and just hope for the best. Yeah. 2 Charizard set up. The worst thing about the situation is they have double battle sense to work with. So they can see a lot of cards next turn. Even if I stamp them to 1, they can basically see their whole deck. They don't get to pick all the cards. They only get to pick 2 of 6, and the rest get discarded. So they might not be able to find a good enough combination to actually take a knockout, but I don't have high hopes on my end at all. We were just way too slow this game. I don't think the matchup is terrible or anything. Just a really slow game has led to this current situation. I'm going to reset stamp down to 1. It was a very good top deck. I'm going to attach active. I am going to Dead change, I think. Yeah, Dead change. Hopefully don't draw into a Marnie. Draw into too much in general. All right, so we can go get rid of this. Oh my gosh, we prized our last 2 Dragapult VMAX. Well, I guess we're just not taking a knockout at all here. I didn't even realize that until this moment here right now. Both Dragapult VMAXs are prized. Jet Assault for 60. Of all other things to go wrong, I guess but if I play for the Jet Assault for 140, what happens then is I just lose to I knock this out and then this one just KOs me. So there's like no winning play here. There was never a winning play. Look at that. That is super unfortunate. Yeah, we prized our other 2. I had this happen to me in a game with Dragapult the other day. I prized my other 2 VMAXs, and it just didn't work out. Yeah. Yep. What an unfortunate situation, man. And there's no way for me to have saved this Char. I could have like evolved it, de-evolution sprayed it, but then I had to quick ball away the reset stamp instead, which I really want to use on that turn because they had like a 9-card hand. So I want to prevent like a boss play on my Dragapult. There's a good chance we just lose here. If our opponent just finds a Welder. Welders, they're active. They should be able to find the energy like no problem. They don't really, Great Candy, Charmander hit the discard pile. They don't really need them because they have 2 Charizards set up, and I think we are about to lose here. Yeah, here comes a Fire Crystal, and I imagine they probably pulled a Welder as well off of the other battle sense. Yeah, here comes the Welder. Here comes 250 damage. All right, maybe in the next game we won't prize 2 Dragapult VMAX and we'll actually not dead draw. Let's find out. Okay, getting into our second game. We're running back Dragapults here. Give it another shot. What do I want to open here? I don't want to open the Dragapult. I think I'll open the Rockruff. We don't know what we're up against, so I think opening Rockruff is definitely quite a bit safer. It is the Centiskorch. That's fine. Gonna quick ball away. Just gotta give up the Eldegoss here. I like the Crobat for sure. Definitely want to get like another Rockruff. And pass, yeah. So it's up against the Centiskorch. which is a good like choice to play into my deck, because you know, if I do choose to go Dragapult again, they can just choose to, they know I want to go first, so that means, you know, they play a deck that wants to go second, which ends up being pretty good for them overall, to be honest. So so this matchup is fine. We just need to hit some kind of energy disruption throughout the game to give ourselves a solid chance. Basically, if we get some kind of energy disruption working at some point, you know, just prevent the Senna Scorchers or from one-hit KOing us, or take enough energy out of play so that the Heatran doesn't one-hit KO us, we'll be just fine. We just have to make sure our Dragapults don't get one-hit KO'd. If they don't get one-hit KO'd, we will be just fine. But we have to make sure that happens. If they get to a point where they're starting to one-hit KO us, they usually just snowball the game well out of range for us to ever have a chance, and we just lose the game. So, but as long as we can keep it in a no one-shot territory, as long as the Senna Scorchers are not one-hit KOing our Pokemon, we should be more than fine. More than fine for sure. Here comes the Heatran. There's the Heatran right there. No Volcanion yet, and that's the one we're really scared of, is the Volcanion. We don't want to mess around with Volcanion at all. We can avoid it. Not trying to deal with a Volcanion, because that means that's 3 less energy they get out on this turn, which would be a huge deal. So we're hoping that they don't find the Volcanion, or even if they find it, maybe just don't switch into it. They threw down double Pokegear there. They're digging with the Crobat for 3 cards. See what the rest of the hand is. I mean, they could just be like a Quick Ball away there, or a Calm. Most people play the Calm, so a Quick Ball, or they could be just a Quick Ball or a Calm away from being able to attack, so they're maybe not far. We'll see though. And then on my turn, I'm probably gonna go pretty aggressive here. Crushing Hammer, Crobat. We'll see what our top deck is. Maybe even Hearthway the top deck, and then Crobat afterwards to get an extra card. We're looking for, especially with the Senna Scorch, if it sticks in the active, we're looking for Lycanroc, we're looking for Dragapult VMAX, hits. Just try and remove as many energies from play. Hopefully this Crushing Hammer ends up with the heads for us. There's another Senna Scorch coming down. What else do they have to go with it? Is that it? They got more? What are we looking at here? One attack that's kind of annoying is the Radiating Heat. The Radiating Heat can be actually super good. Okay, that's their attachment for turn. So Volcanion is not happening at all. No Volcanions happening. And here comes the Radiating Heat for 20 onto my onto my Rockruff. All right, perfect. All right, Crushing Hammer, heads. I think I'm gonna remove it off the bench one because I could Lycanroc the active one. We go ahead and Crobat for 4. See what we get. We got a Lycanroc. We can go ahead and evolve that. Remove an energy. Quick Ball away the Rockruff. We do have a 4th Rockruff in the deck. Gonna grab a new Dragapult, and then we're just gonna go ahead and research, I think. Research for 7. We do want to attack this turn. Did not get the switch card, so that's unfortunate. We don't have to attack this turn. It would have just been really nice. We could still get a change to try and find a switch card, and I think I'm going to. So we could grab another Lycanroc, move another energy, get a change. We have 1 switch, 1 air balloon. We actually don't have a ton of switch outs in the deck. Maybe I do want to wait a turn. I wouldn't mind waiting a turn, to be honest. It's not that big of a deal for me to get a knockout right now. Grab a Lycanroc. Going to calm the Lycanroc back in. Grab a new Rockruff, because my Rockruff is probably going down here. Bench that and pass. Yeah, we whiffed the switch card. We did prize quite a few switch cards though, so it's not that big of a deal. We did prize. I mean, what did we prize? A switch and an air balloon. That's half of our switch cards. So, couple down. Not a huge deal though. We got the Quick Ball for the Dead Eye Change next turn if we want to. Or we can just harder treat the Rockruff if they don't take a knockout this turn. But it looks like they'll probably be KOing my Rockruff this turn. And then the Max Phantoms start to hit. We've got to choose where we want our damage to go, to be honest. I'm not quite sure yet. We definitely are going to be hitting this with the Max Phantom, so 130 there. And then it's kind of just where the rest of it's going to go. And I might reset Stamp, I might not. It really depends on how their hand goes. They didn't have a really spectacular turn last turn, but I would be surprised if this Calm isn't grabbing them the Dene right here. Yeah, so this is probably going to be a Dead Eye Change from my opponent. We'll wait and see for sure, but I have to make a bet. No, that's a Goss, so they're just going after the Welder here instead. Goss for Welder. Fire Crystal already happening. No idea how many they play, but usually 1 to 2 is the norm. 1 to 2 Fire Crystal is the norm in the deck. So maybe another one to get through. And again, once again, we're just trying to limit their fire energy in play. So something like Fire Crystal is kind of annoying. We also want a lot of fire energy in the discard pile, because then we can potentially use Lycanroc's Splintered Charge GX at some point for a lot of damage. That is quite a bit. We need quite a few energy in the discard pile. So like, we're never going to probably one-hit KO a Centiskorch. So we pretty much need all of their energy in the discard pile. But even just setting up a 2-hit KO would be nice, for sure. Taking their time. There's the welder finally. I was wondering, like, where are we going with this? I think they're deciding where they want a welder to. They might want to split their energy. They only need 2 energy on the active. But if they put it on the bench guy, then we're definitely just going to throw a bunch of damage on the bench Centiskorch V. We also need to be careful of the Heatran as well. Like I said, we don't want that to get to the point where it one-hit KOs us, because it definitely can. But we can't even, like, set up a 2-hit KO on the Heatran. Like, I could Max Phantom. I might put 4 here, 1 here, and then next turn put 5 on the Heatran to set it up to get knocked out by a Max Phantom on the following turn. Could also throw 5 there and then plant a Jet Assault, knock it out. But with only 2 switch cards in the deck, I'd have to get, like, a little bit lucky to hit them, to be honest. Yeah, I'd have to be a little bit lucky to hit the switch cards. So I probably just want to go with 1-4 and then attach to my Dragapult. Could throw 5 here now, but if they just go into 2 Centiskorch D-Maxes, then I just want to put all my damage on those and just KO both those at some point. My plan is just knock out. I mean, we'll see what they end up doing here. Hearth happens. I believe they've already attached return as well. Got rid of the big charm. That's curious for sure. I'm not sure about getting, like, isn't the big charm? It feels like it would be good to have. I don't know what the rest of their hand is, obviously, but they've already attached return. So, but they must have a welder in hand if they want to use this. They must have a welder in hand. So I think I will reset stamp them then. All right, so quick ball away a psychic. Grab my own Dedenne. Go. Reset stamp. Attach to the Dragapult V and then Dede change. Looking for a Lycanroc, Crushing Hammers. De-Evolution Spray would be great so we can get this guy back into the deck. Definitely don't want him in play right now. Definitely would like to get him back into the deck as soon as possible to reset him and then get him back out as a Lycanroc to be attacking again. We got a Crushing Hammer. The rest of the hand is just kind of stinks. Crushing Hammer is okay though. That's all right. Did get a heads. Gonna remove from the active, I think. Yeah, Devo Spray, the Lycanroc. And then we don't have much else to work with. Our hand is just, we did not get a draw supporter. So that's rough. Just has to be the Max Phantom. Gonna go the 4-1, I think. 4-1. And then we might dump 5 into the Heatran if I'm feeling scared of the Heatran on the following turn. But at that point, I mean, I'd be more scared of the Heatran for my second Dragapult happening. So I think I do want to set this thing up to be KO'd. Maybe like boss knock it out sometime soon. Yeah, it would be a little bit... This thing will get scary. They will get enough energy in play probably to the point where they could one-hit KO a Dragapult. They only need 7 fire, which actually isn't that much. And when they're bringing them back into play, when they use the G-Max Inferno and they put another one in play from their discard pile, it's not going to take too many for them to actually get enough in play to be able to take the one-hit KO. So yeah, I should probably put enough there. Put 4 here for sure, I think, next turn, so I could threaten the knockout on this. They did whiff Pokegear and use Hearth already. Here comes an Eldegoss. All right, so second Goss. They do have access to a welder. The Gear didn't hit. The Goss did, though. And another welder's going down onto their active Centiskorch VMAX. Right now, they can't get the one-hit KO with Heatran. Heatran cannot one-hit KO. They could attack with it. They could do 300 damage. They could use Steam and Stomp, but yeah. No one-hit KO possible, which is great for us. What's not great for us is our current hand, but that part is great for us. They are attaching to the Heatran now. And here comes Inferno. I think we are going to go ahead and put 5 on the Heatran. There's a Marnie top deck. That's a big deal. Going to go ahead and throw this to my Crobats. I'm going to Hearth away the Dragapult. And I'm going to go ahead and Marnie. They did 160. So if we want to remove 2 energy from them, we could make it so that they need to welder here again. Oh, no, they wouldn't. If we remove 2, they go attach knockout. So... I still wouldn't mind removing energy off their bench, though. From the Centiskorch, we'll save the Lycanroc to remove energy from the next thing that comes up, I guess. But can we even get there to that point? We could go on remove energy, but then they just have Heart to attach. Man. Max Phantom. Where do we put our 5? see, 130, 130, 300. So I need 1, 2 here. At least. But he's got 170, so I could put 4 here, 1 here, I guess. Then I could boss knock it out, but I didn't want to KO this guy anyways. 1, 2, at least 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3 here. Then I guess. But if they can't find another VMAX for whatever reason, I want to be able to KO this for sure. I think. So let's go 3, 4, and then 1 more on the Heatran, I guess. Yeah, I want to be able to KO this if they should whiff the VMAX, I guess. I want to be able to chase that down and KO it. Yeah, they will get the knockout on my Centiskorch VMAX here. I guess I could have Lycanrocked an energy away here to make it so they couldn't boss KO my Dragapult V. Yeah, that's what I could have done, actually. I could have gone Lycanrock, remove the energy, take away that play. Because right now they do 200 damage, but if they attach for turn, that is 250. Another whiff on the Pokegear. They are bench locked, so stuff like Dedenne, Crobat can't happen. So they're really just working with what's in the hand. The Pokegear whiffing is definitely a big deal. Good thing for us. They're out of their Pokegears at this point. I think they have whiffed every single Pokegear. The first 2, I think, were on purpose, so they could draw more cards with the Crobat. These last 2, I don't know, but it definitely could have been on purpose. Might have not been. But yeah, I think I should have actually Lycanrocked this energy anyways, because I should have Lycanrocked this energy anyways, because that way they couldn't go attach boss KO this, and then this thing just kind of gets knocked out by so many things. And they might, well, they attached here, so I don't think they have that play anymore. All right, there's the VMAX Inferno. Goodbye. Dragapult. Yeah, Lycanrock moving energy here doesn't do anything, but we can evolve it, de-evolve it, so that way we have it for later to take other knockouts elsewhere. We have the research. We want to find that reset stamp now. Our second reset stamp, if it is in the deck, that's what we're looking for here. Another research top deck. We're going to evolve, discard an energy, and then we'll just put it back in the deck. That's the point of doing this play, just to kind of save the Lycanrock, which means I should have probably just done it last turn. But I guess they could have. They were probably never going to reset stamp me. All right, we found the VMAX. We found the energy. We did not find... We did not find the reset stamp. That is not good. They only have 2 prize cards left, and Heatran currently knocks out Crobat or Dedenne with a boss plus a switch and an energy. We have nothing we can do about it. Oh, well, here we go. How many energy do they have in the discard pile? Only 1, but they're about to get 4 more. So that is 150 from my Rockruff. It becomes a Lycanrock. All right, Max Phantom. We get the knockout here. No stamp, though. Super unfortunate. 170 left. So we'll put 4 here. So I could KO with this. 2, 3, 4, and then I guess 1 here. Max Phantom option. We have the option with this as well. I guess I should have counted, like, if they recovered. They recover enough energy. Maybe we just don't have the option, to be honest. Let's see. Because they might have another Fire Crystal. Then there's 2 in there. We can get 3 here. Maybe 4 energy removed. That's 120. Maybe I should have put the 1 more here, actually. Because if they do play 2 Fire Crystal and they recover 3 energy, put 2 more in the discard pile, let's say through Lycanrock, or Lycanrock Hammer, get up to 120. So I should probably put 1 more damage on this Heatran, to be honest. Yeah, should put 1 more damage there. Got the option of the Lycanrock next turn through the comm. We have the boss's orders, so we can have a choice of what we want to hit. Really just depends on what our opponent has. They can win this turn. If they just have switch into the Heatran plus boss, that's it. Game's over. We did not find our reset stamp like we wanted last turn, so we'd be in trouble for sure. Let's see if they have it. Or if they even see the line of play. It's possible they just don't see it. I would bet they see it, though. It's a pretty straightforward line of play. If you got the boss switch, they haven't used the switch yet. They haven't used the boss yet either. It's been all this one welder plus Gauss so far as supporters go. And they got that bench space now, so they can Dede change. They can dig deeper, try and find the extra cards they would need to pull off that game plan. Yeah, they have that. They have that available to them. Let's see if they can put it together. Here comes a quick ball. Let's see what they grab. I'm just going to go ahead and guess it's Dedenne, or they're going to fail it and they already have Dedenne, or grab something else and then Dede change that away. Because locking up this last bench space would definitely be put them in an awkward spot for sure. They grab a baby Volcanion. So I think, yeah, Dede change it away. Okay, switch plus boss. Do they hit it? That's a lot of fire in the discard pile now. That's 9. So Lycanrock is hitting super hard right now. Yeah, Lycanrock is hitting. Let's see if they have switch and boss. I guess Great Catcher could be also something that they play. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen a Great Catcher in a Centiskorch deck. So that should pretty much be the extent of their draw. They can't get 7 fire in play here either. They already attached return here. So 7 fire is also not an option. Can't do that. Basically, all do they have the do they have the Heatran place? And if not, they could VMAX hit us. They could go with the Radiating Heat if they felt like that was worth it. They could reset stamp us, which I would really dislike because my hand is set up super well to have a decent amount of options this turn. We have the most important option last turn, which is the reset stamp. But this turn, this coming up turn, this hand has a lot of options. We just need to keep it. Hoping our opponent doesn't have reset stamp. Centiskorch usually playing 1-2 reset stamp. I can't even remember last time I saw one that didn't have 1-2 reset stamp. Let's see if we can get fortunate enough on our turn to be able to pull this one out. And then we're definitely going to go look for the reset stamp next turn. And ideally a Swell as well. Stop this Heatran. And we also want to evolve both of our Rockruffs to Lycanrocs. So that way the Heatran couldn't KO those. Because if we take enough energy out of play, it actually can't KO the Crobat or the Dedenne either. And we'd be able to just kind of chill. That actually might be all their energy, right? That's 9. That's 13 energy. Yeah, they might be out of energy. Okay, there's a Swell. So, and we have the boss. The thing is, what should I KO? Probably the... Oh my gosh, I don't even know. So we should Swell. We don't have to boss. We could just go with a Marnie play and just set up to win the game on the next turn. So I could go like calm this away. But if they do pull off a Welder plus Fire Crystal play, which they could still have that second Fire Crystal, they could win the game that way. Let's take a look at the deck. The stamp was never even in here for me to have the option of. The thing is that I'm scared of is them going Boss KO Rockruff after I take a knockout. That's why I kind of don't want to take a knockout this turn. If I take a knockout this turn, then they get to use Dead Change again and try and find the boss to KO one of my Rockruffs. So I kind of don't want to take a knockout. That's the way I'm leaning towards right now, is don't take a knockout. But, oh my gosh, it's so difficult to decide where to go from here. Yeah, definitely leaning towards don't take a knockout. Oh, I guess Rockruff's only worth 1 prize card. For some reason, I thought they would win if they KO'd Rockruff. They don't win if they KO Rockruff. So if we take 2 energy out of play, KO the Centiskorch, they can't win anymore, I don't think. If we KO the Heatran, they could Centiskorch, and then we could KO that with Lycanroc. But I think removing this from play, unless they play Great Catcher. If they play Great Catcher, but if they play Great Catcher, they could Welder to either of them, get to 4 energy. This guy, I guess, would only need 3. So maybe I should take out this, because this guy would need 4. Or take out this, because it would need 3. But this guy would need 4 to KO my Dedenne. They don't seem to have a lot of energy left. They might be relying on the Fire Crystal anyways. Oh, man. Boss KO the Centiskorch. How many Aurora do I have left? Boss KO Centiskorch. So let's burn the switch as well in case they stamp us. Or I could Aurora attach to the Lycanroc, get rid of it. So boss KO the Centiskorch. Because I would need 1 energy plus a boss, the VMAX to win. If I KO this, they need to Welder. So it has to be, we have to KO the Centiskorch here. Yeah, Centiskorch has to go down here. I want the Lycanroc in play for the option of the GX attack. Yeah, if they KO Rockruff, they don't win. I don't know why I thought if they KO'd Rockruff, they would win. We could put the Aurora down now as well. And just get rid of... What's better, Air Balloon or Switch? Get rid of the... I guess Air Balloon's always better. Get rid of the Switch. And then just go Max Phantom. Knockout. Gonna put 5 on... Maybe 3 on Dedenne and then put some more on the Heatran, I guess. I don't really see a great line of where to put my damage at all. Lycanroc already 1-hit KOs literally everything in their deck. So, yeah. So, if they play Great Catcher and they have Welder to Heatran, then I guess we could lose. But they need to play the Great Catcher. They also need to find their energy, and they have 11 here, 12, 13. So I feel like they're reliant on Fire Crystal. So they need to find Fire Crystal, Welder, and a Great Catcher. They have one welder left. If they play Great Catcher, it's probably only one. If they have another Fire Crystal, it's probably also only one more Fire Crystal. They probably don't play two, or they probably don't play 3 or 4 Fire Crystals. So it's a lot of one-ofs here that our opponent needs to be able to pull this off. Let's see if they have it. It's getting down to the wire here, though. Taking their time. They got it. There's no other play that I see that they could possibly have. They're bench locked at this point as well, so Radiating Heat isn't a possibility as well, although that wouldn't work out that well for them, I don't think. The Radiating Heat, they get rid of 1. We could just Hard Retreat, Lycanroc, Splinter, Shards, Knockout, whatever their active might be, because they do have 11 fire in the discard pile. We'd actually be able to 1-hit KO a Centiskorch VMAX with the Splintered Shards at this point. And there's the concession. All right. Barely get a dub here in game 2. Looking a little bit rough again. Managed to pull it together. The energy removal holding them back from ever getting to a ridiculous point where they're just 1-hit KOing all of our stuff. We're gonna go ahead and use some Whimsicott in game 3. All right, getting into the 3rd game, we're playing the Whimsicott. I believe we're up against the Centiskorch once again. We don't want to give up any free prize cards off the bat here, so maybe we open the Koopa, because they could just go in with... I don't want to lose a Cottony off the bat, I should say. And we'll open the Fion here, I think. Yeah, we'll open the Fion because we can just remove that with the U-turn board. We can't move the Hoopa with the U-turn board. So yeah, I think we're up against the Centiskorch once again. It's a pretty good start so far. Hoopa's not too ridiculously good in this matchup, but I don't know if I want to quick ball it away or not. Could Primate Wisdom it, see what we get, and then kind of go from there. Maybe we get a better quick ball target, or don't even feel like we need a quick ball anymore after we get what we get. Jirachi's super good as well. Just gonna bench that. Lucky Egg 2, Cottony, and then pass. Yeah, we don't need another Cottony right now. If we get another Whimsicott, we kind of wish we would have another Cottony in play to put it on, but it's not like super important. We can survive without that in play for sure. And yeah, we'll see if our opponent gets that turn 1 knockout or not. Heatran is their best option for that. Heatran's definitely the best option for that if they can find it. They need to find the Heatran, get into the active and all that, but it's actually not too difficult. And then yeah, they need the Welder, 3 energy. They could GX attack as well, so I guess they could get rid of 2 energy. There's the Volcanion though, so it looks like they're gonna settle for probably just the Volcanion off the rip here and just go with the Flare Starter. They already got that set up. There's the Air Balloon into the Volcanion. Do they have anything else to work with? No, it's just the Flare Starter. Okay. I do not want to Marty my opponent now, which was a potential option, but now we definitely just don't. We're just going to try and get this knockout on this Volk. This would be a huge knockout to get. So we're going to start with the Great Ball here. There's the Whimsicott. We can Quick Ball for the Dedenne. Just give up the Hoopa. Grab Dedenne. Yeah, we have the Marnie, but we're not playing Marnie here. Go ahead and Dede change away the Marnie. We're still doing fine. I think we got a Connie, got the energy. Lucky Egg there, and then Research. We are 1 switch card away. There's a U-turn board from getting this knockout. U-turn board to the active. Primate Wisdom. Probably the Ordinary Rod. Might not need it next turn. So I want to be able to shuffle that back in the deck potentially. Not gonna mess around with it at all here. And then yeah, we got that the early KO here. Pretty big one. Oops, I forgot to put this Lucky Egg in play. I should have put that in play. We could get stamped next turn. We'll have an 8-card hand, yeah. So if they end up with like second Crobat plus stamp in hand, and then they just want a Crobat for an extra card, they definitely might stamp me here, even if they'd want to save it later for later on. But it's just a pass back. All right, we can actually win the game this turn right here, right now. We don't have everything we need yet. We're gonna try and get there though. U-turn board, attach, trying to just work through everything here. I do want to save the Ordinary Rod still. Another Calm. Quick Ball of Calm. Grab. What's going to be useless in this matchup? Probably the Mew. We actually don't have we prized quite a few Pokemon, I think, actually. Quick Ball, the Mew. Grab, I don't know, Cottony. Calm away the Cottony. Gonna grab ourselves a second Whimsicott. Lucky Egg 2. probably the benched Whimsicott. And then we need 3 more tool cards. Let's see if we can get him. 1, no more, just 1. So we're just gonna be able to hit. It's still a hit, not the knockout though. 2 tool cards short. Hitting for 90 when we're this far ahead though is more than enough to keep us in a really good spot though. Not a big deal at all. There's a Scorch from our opponent now. And I probably want to try. Oh, they're actually going to go with the Radiating Heat here. All right. That's fine. Let's go with some Great Balls here. Whimsicott. Great Ball again. Hopefully the Cottony. Hey. I'm actually going to use the Fion here. I want to make room for this Cottony on the bench. Attach. I'm just gonna hit for another 90 here and take this KO. Primate Wisdom, the Ordinary Rod. Get another tool card. We do get that in play to keep that in play. Not going to Marnie. Once again, we know we know almost for sure that they top decked this Scorch. So just want to chill, take the knockout. Got a Heracross and a Research. We don't want to lose all these bosses. We could save one with the Primate Wisdom though, especially if they get a knockout this turn finally, which they might. Might finally see a KO. Okay, here's a Calm. Yeah, they don't need a whole ton to get a knockout on a Whimsicott. They just need a Welder or even just 1, and then just attachment plus a G-Max, and they will knock out our Whimsicott. And our goal here at this point is just going to be 2-hit KO, Scorch VMAX, which I basically have to go into this turn. So yeah, that's going to be our turn. Our game plan is just 2-hit KO, Scorch VMAX. That's our last 3 prize cards. It sets up super nicely for us to close out the game. And that's it. That's game. We'll probably try and Primate Wisdom one of these bosses' orders. We will use that Ordinary Rod to recover the Whimsicott, the Cottony, the energy. We do know they play Big Charms from the last game. So they can get to that 350 HP. A little bit more than they could usually have. We'll probably have to want to at least discard 4 tools this turn, maybe 5. Yeah, just hit it hard. Look for the boss KO on the next turn. End the game as quickly as possible. 1 boss in the discard pile is actually kind of good for the Eldegoss as well, because then we can Goss for boss. That becomes an option all of a sudden by having 1 of the bosses in the discard pile, so that's actually pretty good too. Here's the Calm. What else are they going to grab here? I guess Baby Volk is something they could attack with as well. They're setting up for this Baby Volcan. They can go into Baby Volcan and then back into another VMAX if they wanted to, or even Baby Volk VMAX, but we're going to try and not let the game go on that long. We'd hopefully, if they go with the Baby Volk here, KO Baby Volk, KO a 2-prizer, KO the VMAX, whatever. But that's going to be their game plan, to try and make this game go as long as possible. Give them as much time to set up for a good reset stamp as well. Let's go Baby Volk. After we hit this VMAX, try and get into the Baby Volk. We'll go VMAX after that, stamp to 1 or something. All right. Send up to Jirachi. Our draw is that Ordinary Rod. Go ahead and Ordinary. I'll throw these down while I'm thinking. Go ahead and Ordinary Rod first. I actually want to draw into the boss. Yeah, I want to draw into the boss. I want to have it in my hand as an option. And then Research. I might even keep the egg around actually to play around Stamp. There's like no reason not to that I can think of. Want a basic here. Nice. The Cottony is perfect here. Cottony. This energy here. Retreat and a Flying Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lucky egg around. We could even discard this one if I wanted to, and I think I do. I need that much less to get the KO next turn. Yeah, and then we keep the egg around, because if we keep the hand, we win. If we lose the hand, that means they reset stamp us to 3, and then we get to draw +4 cards to work with off that egg. And this thing is set up that we only need 3 tools next turn, plus a boss, because we have this guy set up already with the energy. We already got the Whimsicott, we already got the energy, so we really just need boss and 3 tools, and the game is over. We'll take out the Scorch VMAX and get the dub here in this series. They need reset stamp this turn, because yeah, we have game in hand. They don't get the reset stamp, we just win next turn, so they need the reset stamp. And even then, we're gonna have 7 cards to work with because of the egg. I doubt that they play. They could also go boss reset stamp. I guess that'd be the other play they could do. They could go switch to this guy, or even hard to treat attach, boss my Jirachi. Reset stamp, that would be a play they could make. That's a little bit awkward though, because then you just leave my Whimsicott around with a tool in play, which which is not good. It's not good for them to have that guy around. So I guess we need 4 tools now with this big charm, I think, right? All right, we need 4 tools now. They've upped the tool game that we need by 1, making it a little bit harder, especially if they reset stamp us, making it a little bit harder for us to get that knockout. But it could be the difference maker. So it makes sense for them to put the big charm in play here. But yeah, could be the difference maker here. The big charm could be the difference maker. We'll see. Taking their time on this one. What do they got? They have a lot of options. They most likely have another Dedenne in the deck. I guess they could be playing 2 Bat, 1 Dedenne. That wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing. You know, they play 2 Eldegoss. So them getting access to some kind of draw here is pretty likely, especially with 3 quick ball left, getting out Dedenne or an Eldegoss or whatever. They do just need to find themselves a they attach to the Centiskorch here. That's interesting. Instead of the Baby Volcanion. I kind of assumed that they were going to try and go in with the Baby Volcanion here. Maybe their hand is just really awkward. Maybe they don't have as many options as I think they should have. And are just going to have to use like Retreat Radiating Heat and hope I don't have anything on my next turn. But we already have the energy set up on the bench Whimsicott. So we're already in like a really good spot. And they know we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools in hand. 5 tools in hand. Okay, there is the second VMAX. There's the hard retreat to the Baby Volk. Is it just going to be a Flare starter? Is that all they have? Is it just a Flare? They just have a Flare starter. That's it. Just a Flare starter. Talking about all these things that they could do. Turns out they have absolutely nothing. And we're going to get the dub here. It was looking kind of rough for us to start off with here. With the Dragapult deck in the first couple games. But pulled it back in the second game with the Dragapult. Even though that one was looking a little bit sketchy. We didn't have like a super clean turn 1, turn 2 going on. And then Whimsicott, very clean. Of course, our opponent did not draw super well there in the end. But that's going to do it. Yeah, our Dragapult falls to the... what did we lose to? I don't even remember what we lost to. Dragapult falls in game 1. Our Dragapult then beats the Centiskorch. And then we come out with... Oh, we lost to the Charizard. And then Whimsicott beats the Centiskorch here in the game 3. And we win the series 2-1.